Anyways, hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here. And, would you like to introduce yourself? Yes, we're live now.
Oh, hi, I'm Annika Gessler, I guess. I don't know.
You don't
Hi.
you don't have to say your last name.
Oh, well, I mean, that is my YouTube name. I kind of put my last name on all of my socials.
Um, and then, so this is our, 42nd episode of the Hobby Interview Show.
Huzzah!
So, um, for those of you guys who are in the chat, there's not really anyone here yet, but as soon as we get people, um, I'm going to be, I'm gonna be asking questions to Annika about the guitar. So, and if you also have questions, please make sure to leave them in the chat. But if you ask a question, please make sure that it's to Annika about the guitar. If it's about anything else, I will delete your comment from the chat, because I have had issues with that before. Please keep a note that this is a hobby interview show and not a Q&A. But if you guys talk to each other, that's fine. I'm just not gonna read it out loud, but please keep in mind that I still moderate it, because I don't want you guys to be mean to each other in my chat. Anyways, are you ready for me to get started on the questions on my question page? Also, if you guys ask questions, please don't expect for us to answer them right away unless I'm done with my preset sheet. Anyways, because the preset sheet is the questions I ask every episode. Anyways, so your name is Annika, and I tend to ask people this regardless of what channel they're from or anything, but what are your pronouns so that we triple check to make sure that my batch knows what to call ya?
I go by just she, her.
Alrighty, and then what is your social media? This is pertaining for only production based social media, since I don't allow people to share their personal accounts.
All of my accounts are personal accounts.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't really have any professional accounts. That's like kind of just, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like I don't really care who sees my Instagram photos because my account's private anyways, so I just I'm like, "Oh, who's this person? Bye."
Yeah, that's fair, but since you don't have one, I'm kind of curious. Think you'd ever start a social media account for just your guitars? Just for your guitar?
I don't
Stuff?
think I'd ever do one for just my guitar, but I did have a public TikTok at one point, and then that got too much, and I was just like, bleh, no.
Yeah. I'm very anti-TikTok, but that's beside the point. So, we can talk about why I'm anti-TikTok more on a random work stream, but this stream has a focus today. And then I already answered this question, but what is your hobby?
It's totally not guitar, that's totally
That's totally not what we're doing.
Ew, guitars, who played that? It's my guitar. I love my guitar. Her name is Stacy.
How long have you been playing the guitar?
Okay, I actually don't really know. I'd say about 6 months, maybe. I don't know. Time is a construct, and I don't follow it. So
that's fair. So you would say that you have been playing for half a year, so you're still pretty new at it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it takes a long time for people to like learn stuff because like a lot of the same chords have a lot of the same finger placements, and it's just one of those things where it's like you just got to figure out what works for you or what works for the song you're playing. Sometimes I get lazy because there's no way I'm going to be able to transition from a G to the proper A minor. Oh, I just hit my guitar. Whoops. Um, like there's no way I'm going to be able to transition from one to the other in the like acceptable amount of time. So I found different finger placements for it that work way better. And that's why guitar takes so long, because there's like 30 different ways you could play C. There's about 19 different ways you could play F.
Alrighty,
It's a
let's
mess.
reel it back in for the question's
Sorry.
sake.
Sorry.
It's
I,
okay.
I like
I'll
ranting.
have I'll have plenty of time for you to ramble on about different things. I'm just wanting to make sure we get all of the preset questions done. Um, so let's see here. How did you find the idea? How did you find the idea of playing the guitar, or how did you find playing the hobby playing the guitar?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. Taylor Swift. I absolutely love her and her music, and so I was just like, hey, I kind of want to learn how to play this on guitar. I think it'd be fun. The first song I actually learned was Dear John.
That is fair.
Yes.
And then, so you found it through, being a Taylor Swift fan. Um,
Yes.
and then,
It's so
so,
lame when you say it.
I'm
So lame
sorry.
like that.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just
No, it's
that
okay. I am pretty
it's
lame. It's
just
okay.
it's just that usually there's like a huge dialogue of like, oh, just like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it does go a little deeper than that because my grandfather played guitar before he got Alzheimer's, and I saw his guitar once and I was like, I really love that. I really like that guitar. And my dad was like, if you can play 3 songs on that guitar, I will give it to you. And then my mom bought me a practice guitar for my 15th birthday. And, it took me a while to really build up the motivation to fully learn it. It's just kind of been sitting in my loft for about a year. But what really fully inspired me to do it is because one morning I just heard it strum itself and I'm like, oh my god, I'm being called. I'm being summoned.
that is so fair. But yeah, yeah, um, and then why are you interested in it? Slash, why do you do it? I know that you answered this kind of sort of through like how did you find it, but I tend to ask those as separate questions just in case it's a separate answer.
Well, okay, I'm really trying to get my grandfather's guitar because I really miss him, but it's also just something where it's like I like the sound, I think it's calming, and it's one of those things where it's like I really like challenging myself to like learn songs, but I know I got to get down the easier ones before I can really, cuz like they go in separate lineage, like beginner, intermediate, moderate, and expert.
That is so fair. Um,
And I'm trying to get that guitar.
yeah. So you're learning the guitar to earn your guitar. I see. I see.
Yes, but okay, wait. I'll say this later because it's kind of a little bit of a tangent. So
Alrighty. Um, if the tangent aids you in the question, then go right ahead. Like there's two different questions that I tend to heavily encourage like tangents, but those are towards the end.
yeah.
And then how much does it cost? Yes, I'm gonna make you include like anything that it anything that um it takes for you to play the guitar. Like yes, including the picks. Yes, including the songbooks. Like everything that it takes for you to play the guitar.
Well, okay. I'm a little bit of a cheapskate, I'm not gonna lie. So, I think my guitar, my parents bought it for me for my birthday, so I don't fully know. I think it was like $100, 150, something like that. It was less than 200. And then that same year, they bought me a bunch of Taylor Swift picks that I honestly don't even use. I just kind of keep them for the brag side of it. Um, like, oh, look at me, I'm cool. I have Taylor Swift guitar picks. It's the lamest shit ever, but I love it. And then uh, I don't really use picks because I find it like better for the songs I play to use my finger to like strum it. But that's just like the band I play that would sound better for Taylor Swift. I use the picks. But I think that those were about $50, something like that. And then the guitar tuning app I have, that's free to use as long as you don't use like the official chords. I don't because again, I'm cheap. And I'd say a capo is about $10-20. I don't have a capo because again it's $10 to $20. Um, but it really depends on what kind of guitar you buy. A good guitar goes for about $500. So that's the kind my grandfather's is an expensive one. This is that's plastic. That's not wood. So, you know.
Um, I'm gonna ask you, but have you considered buying an electric guitar?
Okay, that is a question. Okay, so I would love an electric guitar because the band I play the most, Cass, their main sound is on electric guitar. And when I told my mom, I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to go to a guitar store on a random day just to like hear what an electric guitar would sound like with the songs I play. And she was like, you can get an electric guitar when you move out and get your own place. We're not dealing with that. And it's like, oh, thanks, mommy. Love you too.
That is so fair, though. Um,
They can be pretty loud.
yeah, depending on your amp and everything.
Yeah. And a good electric guitar, I don't know how much that costs, but I know a good amp is about 500, maybe more. But if you have a good amp, it really doesn't matter what kind of guitar you play. It just kind of matters about the amp.
That is so fair. And then, would you say that it's a pretty one-cost hobby? Meaning, once you buy the guitar, or once you buy the thing, the equipment, you're set for a good bit, or is it something that you have to keep on paying for, such as like if there's a per, if there's like a subscription involved or anything, or like if let's say you're a drawer and you had to keep on buying paper and pencils, that would be a hobby that you would have to keep on paying for.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I really like guitar because most of the time it's just you just buy the guitar and you're good to go because a lot of the paper guitar books don't really make a whole lot of sense because like they put it as notes instead of chords. Like most chords are just a letter where unlike piano, you know, you can just have the notes. I play piano too, so it's one of those things where it's like it really makes a difference, but I would say that unless you snap a string or like you need your guitar cleaned, I'd say it's just pretty much one cost.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I forgot to ask, but how much does it cost? I know that it's different based off of the string, but on average, how much would you expect to spend on a spare guitar string?
Um, I actually don't know because I've never had to replace my strings, but someone I was talking to at one point said that he snapped a string and he never told me the cost, but I think it's about $10-15, somewhere between there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
fair.
feel anyways. I mean, some people might say it's more, but I would hope it's no more than $15. And
Yeah,
that's if you don't pay someone to restring it for you. I mean, Yeah.
That's fair. Also, now that there's actually people listening in on the show, please feel free to ask Annika questions about the guitar that I can ask after all the preset questions are done. But if you ask a question, please put either at Rebellious Pastry or a donut emoji next to your question so that we know that you're talking to us, not each other. But please keep in mind that I still moderate the chat. Anyways,
Has to behave.
so, yes. So, um, um, do you make any money off of playing the guitar?
I don't personally because I don't play for show other than this one. I play because it relaxes me and I like it. But you know, some people do. Some people like Taylor Swift or just, you know, those people who play out in the street with their guitar case open. I don't do that because I get really nervous sometimes, especially if it's like a face-to-face crowd. I'm just, no.
Um, that is so fair. And do you have any plans to make money off of playing the guitar?
Absolutely not. No, I don't think I could ever overcome my shyness and be like, oh, hey guys, here's me playing the guitar. Look, everybody, I'm playing guitar in the middle of the street. Or, like, if it were to go far enough, I would definitely never go on stage with, like, 35,000 people. That's just,
That's
no.
so fair. Stage fright is such a thing. Um, and then let's see. Um, so you wouldn't even go the YouTube route?
I mean, maybe if I ever build up the confidence, but you know, online especially, there's just so much hate and anger that's so unnecessary, and like people get jealous and then hate on you because they're jealous, and you know, I don't think I could ever deal with that because I'm such like a person where even someone saying something slightly mean sends me to tears.
Oh, yeah, that's so fair. Yeah, you definitely have to have a thick skin if you ever do anything on the internet. I've literally gotten things like delete your channel when I
Oh
was
my god.
when I was doing like a survey asking fans like what I should work on for the year. And like, this was back in 22, I think. I ended up making fun of them on a stream afterwards, so it's totally worth it.
That's
But at the same time,
that's
yeah.
great. I
Um,
mean, I try to have thick skin and like just say like, oh, you know what? They're so sad in their life that they have to hate on me. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, am I really a bad guitar player? Do I really not sing well? It's just one of those. I mean, I've never been told either one, but it's just one of those things of like, am I really doing a good job? Like, I could never.
that is so fair. So I'm gonna reel it back in because I started to tangent off of asking spin-off questions, but how many hours a week do you typically spend on slash playing? How many hours a week do you typically spend playing the guitar?
Oh God, I do it more than my schoolwork. Um, so, you know, I'd probably say around an hour or two per day. Like, I prioritize my guitar over my math class that I need to graduate. So, I,
Yikes!
I need to get my priorities straight if they're not already straight
So
enough.
so if you spend an hour a day on playing the guitar, that means you spend an average of 7 hours playing the guitar a week.
I mean, it's probably way more than that. I mean, I like to play a little bit before work, and then I like to play a little bit in the middle of the night because when you use your fingers, it's way quieter than using a pick, which I have right down here that I didn't even see.
That's kind of funny.
And I also hit my head trying to get it.
Oh
Owie.
no, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, but you know, playing with your finger is way quieter than with a pick.
That is so fair. But so can you give me like an approximate how many hours a week you spend on your guitar? Because you gave me how many hours a day, but not how many hours a week?
Oh God, I mean, it's different every day, but I would like to
On
say
average.
okay, so then I would like to say maybe about like 5 or 6 hours a week. I almost said a day. Oh my God, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
you'd have to have it be your full time job at that point, or at least
I
a
might
part
as
time
well
job.
start a YouTube channel at that point.
Yeah.
At
Um,
least I make a little bit of money for wasting my time so often.
I wouldn't necessarily call um playing um a guitar a waste of time.
Well, I mean, my mom says it is because, I mean, like, she's always like, Annika, if you can play guitar, you can do your math homework. And it's like, at least I'm good at guitar.
That's
Not good at
not
math.
that's not how life works.
Right. Wait, to me or to her?
To her.
Oh!
Cause like here's the thing. Like if you're expected to work all the time, then you're gonna get burned out.
Right. I mean, I don't work to begin with, but I mean, okay, I have a job. I just don't do my schoolwork because I'm one of those people where it's like, I like to focus on things I love, and things I don't love just get put off somewhere in the distance. I just shove it into the ether, never to be seen or heard from again. And, sometimes my mom has to, like, pull me to do it, so it's, ugh.
And then Christine Hurt says um like you can get an entire pack of strings for $15. Prices vary depending upon the quality of the strings you want, of course. So like if you break I don't know what is like the thinnest string of the guitar.
Um, I think it's the high E, that one.
Okay. So if I
But,
said if you were to break the E string, um
well,
I
there's
wouldn't
two
be
E
that
strings. There's two. You
um
have that one and that one.
but yeah. Um but yeah, I think a 15 um average for a pack is pretty fair, honestly.
Well, that's like the lower quality strings. Like, example, my $100 guitar, like, that's not going to be the highest quality. Now, my grandfather's $500 guitar, that's higher quality, so you would get higher quality strings. But because my guitar is cheap, my strings should be cheap because I wouldn't want to risk snapping one and it hitting my face.
Ouch. But I
Yeah.
mean like yeah, at least for the guitar you currently have, they're like pretty reasonable. And
Never
then
snapped.
what?
Not once. My strings have never snapped. Not once. Never.
That's because you're new. Hate to break it to you.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. Whenever you tune a guitar, like, there's always, like, the high possibility that it could, like, snap and just pow! Just, like, hit you in the face. And that, okay, I have been scared of that happening, so, like, I tune it very slowly. And, like, whenever I hear it tink, I just, like, nope, I'm done. Nope, nope, nope. I'm just gonna play it as it is. I'm not risking myself getting hurt over this.
Yeah. And then let's see. Um how easy would you say it is to have other hobbies other than playing the guitar?
I'd say it's pretty easy, because for me, at least, like, I've learned how to play it, like, muscle memory. I'd say it's more muscle memory. Like, once you memorize some of the chords to their letters, like, you can pretty easily just do it out of muscle memory. Now, would I have another hobby other than guitar? I mean, I do have a couple hobbies other than guitar, but guitar is, like, my favorite.
That is so fair. I just tend to ask that because, like, because a lot of the sports based hobbies would say that it's nearly impossible to have
Oh
other hobbies because, like, of all of the specific time commitments and stuff like that.
oh yeah, I can totally see that.
So that's why I ask that question. Um,
A
and
lot of
then,
the sports-based
Matthew,
hobbies
I
would
see your
say that it's
question.
nearly impossible.
I'm asking the preset ones, but I'll definitely get to that one, as soon as I'm done with the preset ones. Um, and then, would you consider playing the guitar a social hobby?
I mean, music brings people together, I feel like, because, you know, if you really like a certain type of music, then you can pretty easily make friends. I've made a lot of friends for liking Taylor Swift and for liking Cass. But unfortunately, because I do like Taylor Swift, I've also made quite a few enemies, but that's okay. Um, but, you know, I would say it's pretty social because another reason I found out about guitar is because my uncle plays guitar. And, you know, I feel like if he were to know that I'm playing now, then we could probably play together, but I haven't spoken to him in a hot minute.
Yeah.
He's busy with his two new babies, so.
Oh, that's so cute and sweet, though.
Mm.
Um,
And now I just spilled water all over me and my guitar.
oh, yikes. Why?
Because I was drinking water!
Oh, sorry, I heard butter.
Butter. Yeah, no, let me just butter up my guitar first. Makes it easier to play the strings, totally, yeah.
And then, is that the end of you asking, or the end of your question of you answering the is it a social hobby, or did you
I
have
think
more?
so, yeah, because I mean, like, you know, some people, like I said, do play in the street with their guitar case open, and it brings a lot of people together singing the same songs. Like, music is a very sociable thing, and it brings a lot of people together, so it's a very social hobby.
That's so fair. How easy is it to work with others
What do you mean?
on with playing the guitar?
Like, how easy is it to play with others?
You can interpret that question that way if you want to.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty easy, you know, like a lot of bands will have a bass guitar, an electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, drums, and a lead singer. That's essentially what Cass is. Um, so, yeah, you know. Um, and with other instruments, I'd say it works pretty well. You know, I am kind of weak for when an electric guitar gets played with a bass or when an acoustic gets played with a classical because yes, there are so many different kinds of guitars, it drives me mad.
Yeah, and that's so fair. But like, have you ever personally experienced playing a song with other people?
No. No, I haven't.
So you don't necessarily have enough experience to say if it's easy or difficult to play with others.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm the type of person who I like to play by myself because I have more control over like all of it, and it's just so relaxing to me, and I don't really like. I mean, sometimes I play for other people. I get really shy about it. And because again my guitar is cheap, it does buzz a lot. So ugh, I could go on a whole tangent about it, but I don't. I think you'd rather get through the questions first.
Yeah, that's so fair. But let's see here. Um, but that sounds like it's more about the quality of the guitar rather than the other people that you're playing with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly ask that question just for the sake of just for the sake of um the the dynamic of working with others.
Yeah.
And then this is one of the questions where I encourage you to tangent a lot on, which it's one of the most basic questions to ask, but please keep in mind that you could answer this in a gazillion and two ways, and I want you to answer this in a gazillion and two ways, which is how has playing the guitar helped you?
Okay, this is a heavy question. Okay. So honestly, um, I mean, I can just play songs that like mean a lot to me, or like songs I really resonate with, and then it helps me like cope better. Cause like whenever I'm going through a tough spot, like a lot of the songs I listen to are like really, really depressing. So like I'll try to play like happier songs, or sometimes I will play those songs just so I can just, you know, really work through it. And, you know, it has helped, I'd say. But the problem comes along with, do I want to get out of bed and play it? So I've started keeping my guitar next to my bed, so then it's there. And obviously, because I've had my guitar for like, what, 2 years? Um, it's just like, it's been with me through all my breakups, and I've had this guitar longer than I've had any boyfriend. So it's just like, wow, this guitar has really been here for me through thick and thin.
That's so fair. How you say that makes it more tempting to date your guitar than any
Right,
partner.
it's more reliable than any man. It lasted longer than any man I've ever spoken to.
Ouch. Ouch.
It
But
really does come in clutch.
uh, yeah. Um. Then again, I can't necessarily be too offended by this because I'm not straight.
Uh,
Um.
yeah.
But yeah. Um. Wanna wanna touch base on how touch base on answering the other ways that the playing the guitar has helped you?
Um, I mean, it's definitely helped my attention span because, like, now instead of, like, watching YouTube shorts or watching TikTok or watching Instagram reels or, like, talking to people, I mean, I've definitely played guitar more than that. I mean, sometimes I'll even play guitar while I'm on the phone with my best friends. I really only call people that I really know and really click with, so it's like, I'm fine playing in front of them. Like my best friend Eric, um, he has heard me play all of my songs. Um, I mean, I've never created a song myself, but the first song I ever learned on guitar was Yes, Dear John. And then I had to take a break from it for about a year because I was really, really busy. Um, and then I learned Something in the Orange, but now I've lost it because I've started playing all of my other songs way more. But if I were to see the chords again, I'd be able to see it. So, you know, it's helped my attention span. It's helped me focus on something other than my technology. And it's definitely helped me, like, become more antisocial.
Oh.
It's fully a good thing, but, you
I'd
know, I
say I'd say that's more of a downside.
Well, no, because like it is a good thing because it's like, you know, if I'm not really in the mood for talking to people, then I just play my guitar, or if like I'm really bored, I just play my guitar, and like, you know, if there's someone or something I'm trying to avoid, I just play my guitar. You know, it's my coping mechanism, and it's the first coping mechanism I have that's healthy. So, you know,
That's so fair. That is
we take our
honestly so
blessings where they
fair.
come.
Yes, indeed. That is so fair. Um, and then, do you have any other ways you wish to answer that question, or do you want me to move to the next one?
I think I've covered all my bases.
That is so fair. And I don't think that the playing the guitar could help you physically, does it?
I mean, okay, it can because like it helps like muscle memory and like seriously, sometimes if I'm listening to a song that I know on guitar while I'm driving, I use my steering wheel like a guitar. Like I'll use the same like finger placements but as my steering wheel cuz I normally drive with one hand anyways and I don't ride with people in my car because of it cuz it's like such an embarrassing thing of like, "Oh my god, I'm such a guitar nerd that I play my damn steering wheel." Like, "Hello, help."
Yeah,
Like it's definitely one of those things where if it's like someone who doesn't know me saw it, they would probably try to put me somewhere I don't want to be, and it's like, guys, I'm not crazy. I just love the guitar.
that is
But
that is so fair. My
you
dad
know,
also drives with one hand.
yeah, I mean, I have small hands, so a lot of the chords I play just are really hard for me to do. Like C is kind of hard, F is kind of hard because I have small hands, but you know, it can help with finger strength. Like I remember when I first started back up, I learned You Are in Love. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing that for a while, but you know, when I first started back up, I learned You Are in Love, and like the finger placement, like my ring finger started hurting because I had to put down a few of the strings. And my neighbor, my favorite neighbor's husband, who plays guitar, I told him about it. I was like, "Do you know why my finger hurts after playing guitar?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, you got to build up calluses on your fingertips. Like, that's kind of the whole premise of guitar." And then I was like, "No, my whole finger hurts." And his words exactly, "Oh shit, that's tendonitis."
That's great.
And he said that it'll go away, but that I should take a break from playing. Guess who did, in fact, never take a break from playing, and now her ring finger is able to press down a few chords at once.
You did.
Right. And I mean, okay, it's also one of those things where it probably hurt because I'm double jointed and like I was trying to place down the chords and it was like pushing my finger into its second joint and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. But now my fingers are stronger and you know, I can't get burned on my fingertips as easily because of the calluses on them. So, you know, with every guitar string scar on my hand, I love guitar.
That is so fair. And that is it for how playing the guitar has helped you, correct?
Yeah.
Um which the next you could probably guess the next question I'm going to ask, which
Uh-huh.
is what are the downsides to playing the guitar? And don't you dare say there's none because nothing has no downsides.
Nothing has no downsides. What about candles? Come on now.
Candles?
Sorry.
Well, if here's the thing about the candles. Like the downside would be if the candle ran out or if you accidentally caught something on fire.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My salt lamp has no downsides, but I'd say that the downsides of guitar, sometimes you get cut really easily on the strings. Like right now, I have like a scar on my thumb because I accidentally, I don't know what happened, but I was like using my guitar one day and I'm just like, oh, I have a random string cut on me. Three of them in a row. Oh, okay. Well, that's just great. I don't know how they got on my thumb because I don't use my thumb to play guitar. But, and it's funny because it was on the hand that you put on the fretboard. So it's like, oh, those just magically appeared. Okay. And sometimes when playing guitar, you know, your fingertips hurt. Like one time my fingertips started bleeding.
Ouch.
That was when I very first started. But after I started at like once you start and once you get to the point where it doesn't really hurt anymore, then your fingertips are practically invincible. But that's just a downside of that, like, you know, it hurts. It hurts a lot. But once you get to a point where it doesn't really hurt so much, then it doesn't. I mean, obviously there's still a few chords that hurt, but now it's just more slightly uncomfortable. Another downside is, again, I'm completely obsessed with it. So I am completely antisocial now. So, you know, whenever someone texts me and I don't reply, I promise I'm just playing guitar, okay? It's probably not personal. I mean, obviously it might be, but you know, it's probably nothing personal. It's probably just I like my guitar more than I like you, because I like my guitar more than I like anything. But I also like my dogs more than I like people. So, you know,
That is
maybe
so fair, though. That is so
maybe I
fair.
just don't like people.
You respond to me most of the time. Should I be surprised?
Huh?
You respond to me most of the time. Should I be surprised?
Well, that's also just because I've known you for years.
Yes, I think we. Wait, I think we met in 24.
I don't know. And I don't care. I like you more than most people. Like, I have only 2 people I talk to a lot outside of my family that I actually like, so,
That is so fair.
And that's you and my best friend Eric, because everyone else has let me down, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's made me funny.
Yeah. What other downsides do you have for playing the guitar, or did you pretty much go through all of them already?
Anyone who knows guitar, I'm going to say this in one sentence, and you're going to understand. When you're playing the guitar and you drop your pick and it ends up in the hole of the guitar, so then you just have to sit there for 30 minutes looking like an idiot, shaking your guitar upside down until it falls out.
I've seen that happen.
Oh my god, it's a pain. And then, like, you can't even, like, even then you still can't get it out. Like, I mean, I don't have any picks in here, as you can hear, but I'm gonna drop this pick in here because it's flimsy and I don't like it. But, like, you'll just sit there for 5 minutes shaking it out. Oh, crap, I actually can't get this out.
Oh, no. I was going to tell you not to do that, but then again.
Now I have an excuse to yell at my dad for finding my grandfather's guitar. And that's another tangent I want to go on, because my dad said that he thought we had my grandfather's guitar. And it's a really nice guitar compared to my cheap classical. Okay, I can't get this out. I give up. But
Alrighty.
Because it's a really nice guitar compared to my cheap fake plastic or classical. Classical and acoustic are 2 completely different things, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows this, but, like, they play completely different. But, like, once you learn either acoustic or classical, you can play, like, once you learn the chords of one type of guitar, then you could play either acoustic, electric, or classical. Like, it doesn't really matter once you figure out the chords of one of them. But my dad said that we had my grandfather's guitar. So I look in all 3 attics, it's not there. I text my grandmother, and only to realize that she's still in Italy, so.
Oh, no. Anyways, we'll have plenty of time for you to tangent later, but before that, we've got to ask the most important question in this entire show. The $1 million question of this channel. Of this episode. Which is, would you recommend playing the guitar to others?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're able to... Oh, God, hang on. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to fish out this pick because it's driving me nuts.
Maybe you should have put it in there to begin with.
I know, it was dumb, okay? I've learned. I'm a different person now. I swear. But, okay, yeah, hold on, 1 second. I mean, yeah, I'd totally recommend it if you're like, a music lover like I am, or if you're, like, really bored like I am. Yeah, this is really stupid. I give up.
No. Yeah.
I guess it's just lost in there forever.
The show doesn't take responsibility for the fact that you purposefully threw your pick into your guitar.
I wasn't gonna blame anyone, trust. Oh wait, I have an idea. No, that's a dumb idea. Anyways, yeah, you know, I'd totally recommend playing guitar if you're okay with your fingers getting absolutely bereft of blood sometimes, and if you have bigger fingers than I do.
Alrighty, so that's it for the preset questions. Matthew...
I'm gonna cut this damn thing open!
So, To start off with a non-preset questions, Matthew has a question, which is, what is the hardest note to hit on the guitar?
Oh God, you don't want to ask me that. Okay, so F, you have to put a bar chord on the first fret, and then you have to put all three fingers on different places of the fretboard, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that. No, you can't make me do that. I'm just gonna pick a different song to play. You are not gonna make me do that.
Ouch. Yeah. Um, which I want to add on to that question, which is, do you ever have to change the position of your hand to play some notes on the guitar, like shift?
Oh,
And if so, how often do you have to shift?
so for one of my favorite songs to play, which is "I'm a Firefighter" by Cass, I actually completely changed how cause like that's a normal G. I completely changed it to remove my ring finger to make it like that, which sounds more accurate to the song. And that's like when you put your first. Okay, I'm gonna make the lowest E the first string, and the highest string the highest E the sixth string. So how you play G normally is you put your first finger on the second fret on the fifth string, and then your middle finger on the third fret on the first string. Wait, no. I already lost which one was which. Hang on. Okay, so the one closest to me, which is the low E, that's one. Highest E is six. So your middle finger goes on the third fret on the first string, your middle finger on the second fret on the second string, and then your ring finger on the sixth string on the third fret. And it sounds like that. But I changed it to remove my ring finger, so now it sounds like that. And then the second chord is an A minor, which normally you would put your first finger on the first fret on the fifth string, your middle finger on the second fret on the third string, and then your ring finger right next to it on the fourth string. And it sounds like that. But I removed my ring finger again to make it like that. So then I just kind of move it, and it's less of a hassle than moving all three fingers in three different directions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm once again going to try to fish this thing out.
Let's see. Also, this is the time where batch members and Annika's friends, feel free, if you're Annika's friend, feel free to subscribe to the channel, because I do other like interviews and also storytime animations here on this channel. But anyways, Donut Batch, this is the time to start asking Annika your questions about the guitar, and I'll ask them as soon as they come up, as long as we're not in the middle of answering another question. My first question that I thought of during the preset ones that I wanted to ask was, think you'll ever play any instrument that's not the guitar?
I mean, I already play piano too, so, I mean, yeah.
Think think you'll ever play the guitar with a group?
Um,
And if so, like what kind of group?
I mean, if I ever get with someone who plays guitar, which I probably will, I think guitar players are it's a very attractive hobby in my eyes, but, you know, obviously I'm a little biased, so, you know, if I ever get with someone who plays guitar, then, yeah, I might play with them. But other than that, probably not now. Maybe with my Uncle Ben, but that's... Okay, how has this thing just disappeared?
I can still hear it, so
It's like a rattle, like a baby rattle from Morocco.
yeah. Think you'll ever take private lessons for your guitar?
No, I pride myself in being self-taught.
That is so fair. That is how I am with animation.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm gonna let you include any sort of guitar rants with this question, but when are you planning on to switch from your cheap guitar to your grandfather's guitar?
Okay, this is the rant. Huzzah. Okay, so literally as soon as I find it, this guitar is going somewhere. I don't know where. She has a special place in my heart. Love you, Stacy. But my grandfather's guitar is so nice. Like, I miss my grandpa, so it's like I asked my dad. I was like, hey, daddy, can you help me find grandpa's guitar? Like, do you know where it's at? You told me if I learn 3 songs on my practice guitar that you'll give me grandpa's guitar. Well, joke's on you, I now know 7, so pay up. And he was like, it should be in the attic somewhere. And I was like, can you help me look? And he was like, no, why would I help you look? And I was like, because it's your dad's guitar. And he's like, you're the one who wants it. So then I'm like, but I'm scared of the spiders. He still told me no. I've begged him 3 times and he still said no. So, I went on a little adventure because my house has 3 attics. Because we have 3 stories. So I'm on the 3rd story. So one of our attics goes from my closet into the attic. That's where we keep all of our seasonal decorations. And then we have another closet in my loft that goes into the attic, and that's where we keep like our travel stuff and suitcases. And then we have a 3rd attic by our big bookshelf in the corner that has all of our miscellaneous shit in there, like 2 different furnaces and heaters, and then like a bunch of other random stuff that I don't even want to look in there, because we also have a twin mattress in there. I don't know why. I don't know how it randomly spawned in my house, but it's there, and it irritates my soul. And I've asked 5 times for my dad to help me, and he's always like, nope. So, I look and I look and I look and I can't find it. So then I message my grandma. I'm like, do you have grandpa's guitar? Dad said he'd give it to me, and I don't know where it is. And she still hasn't gotten back to me because that lady's in Italy right now. What is she doing in Italy? Like, what side quest is she doing in Italy? Like, I mean, good for her. Like, get your life back together. But, like, where's my grandpa's guitar? Where is grandpa's guitar, grandma? Like, and it's like it just disappeared into the ether because it's either at her house, my house, or in storage. And the 3rd one scares me because if it's in storage, I will cry. Like, I need that guitar so bad because it's like, it's higher quality. It plays better. It doesn't buzz like this thing. And it's also an acoustic guitar. Now, I have a classical, I believe. Classical and acoustic are 2 different things. Acoustic has like a lighter, airy, more profound sound than a classical. Classical guitars, like they play deeper, richer, and have a lower sound, almost like how electrical you can play pretty much whatever. But I want that acoustic guitar more than I want my soul. I would sell my soul to find that acoustic guitar because it's like, I miss my grandpa. I want his guitar. Grandpa, where's your guitar?
Yeah, that is a fair answer. As soon as you can find it is a fair answer to when
I'm
you will
about to
switch guitars. Cause like before you said that, I thought it was like as soon as you got to a certain skill level, which is technically right, but still like not exactly, like there's more steps to it.
Yeah, he said, if you can learn 3 songs on that thing. And because he said that, because he thought I wouldn't be able to. But guess who's wrong, Daddy? You. Because I am absolutely obsessed with guitar. And I play 3 songs regularly. I'm a Firefighter, Dreaming of You, and Bubblegum, all by Cass. Like, I play those 3 every single night. He said I need to learn 3. Well, guess what? I know 2 Taylor Swift songs, 1 Zach Bryan song, and 3 songs by Cass. Where is my guitar, Father? Pay up!
Yeah, that makes sense. Which this is not necessarily a question, but why don't you play some demos for us?
Okay. Um. Oop. Okay. I'm still hunting in for that pic, so if I randomly see it, don't mind the crash out. But so okay. First up, we have Bubblegum, which I think is one of my favorites to play because it's just like so. It's fun to sing too. So
But please keep in mind that when Annika was clearing stuff with me, I deemed the song not channel appropriate, so that's why she's not singing the song. But I will put the song in the chat for anyone who wants to check it out. Just please be aware that it's not according to my channel's
it's
guidelines.
it's not even
And I
something
don't
I.
take and I don't take responsibility for if you decide to listen to it and not like it.
Oh, I just thought of another downside of guitar. You gotta keep your nails short, and I like my nails to be long, so I gotta trim them every once in a while. And I'm like, I have boy fingers.
I
Have
also
something to say.
I also have boy fingers, but
Well,
that
that's you're a boy,
yes indeed.
so you know. But here's bubblegum. God, my guitar sounds so bad right now. What is going on?
Think you might want to retune it or try to?
I just tuned it. Where's my phone? Oh my god, I'm a mess.
It's
Grr.
okay.
Oh hey, this will be fun. I get to tune my guitar with everyone watching.
But to be
uh,
fair, we're listening, not watching, so it's
oh
less.
yeah, that is true. Okay, no, I'm not paying for a subscription to tune my guitar. No. Okay, let me. Okay.
Unless you feel like, or else you feel like, unless you feel like, um, just playing it as it is.
Hang on. It should probably be tuned. Oh wait, am I twisting the right one?
Oh no.
Oh no, I wasn't. Okay, that makes. Either way, it's still got to be tuned up by like 7. There we go, and it didn't snap in my face. I use Guitar Tuna, and I really like it. Oh, that's down. Hang on.
While you're tuning your guitar, I'm gonna just tell you a interesting middle school story. Let's just say that I once tried to learn the guitar in a 8th grade in a middle school music class.
Hang on.
And let's just say that the teacher was good, but then again, it was one of those classes where it's like, who actually wants to learn how to play the guitar? In middle school, and apparently no one really wanted to play the guitar, so they just stuck all the people who didn't sign up for electives on time or didn't sign up for electives at all, in the guitar class, and it made things super disruptive.
Oh no. Ah. Okay.
But yeah.
Be clear. Okay, this one's probably way out of tune because.
That's probably the one you twisted when you tried to twist everything else.
There we go. Now it's in tune. Well, that one is, anyways. Oh, am I twisting the right one again? Yeah, I am. There we go. See, it's always when I'm trying to tune it up that I'm like really scared that it like. There we go.
Is it true that it's possible to tune a guitar multiple different ways?
Yeah, you can tune it by ear. Some people like to tune it how it's naturally like supposed to play, which I'm like, how is it naturally supposed to play? I guess like some people tune it by ear, some people tune it by guitar. I like to use Guitar Tuna to get it like actually what it's supposed to sound like, but hang on.
I've heard of Guitar Tuna before, I think.
Yeah, someone recommended it to me actually. Oh, I tuned that up. Ah, stop. There we go. There we go. Now it's in tune. Huzzah. Anyways, you wanted a demo. Here's Bubblegum.
Can you go closer, a little closer to your mic?
Sorry. Oh, I was gonna say, why don't I just play with a pick and then. Remembered I dropped it in the guitar.
Can't you find another pick?
Oh yeah, you're right. I do have like 10 more. Hang on. Getting up was not in my to-do list today, but. Alright guys, we have a 1989 pick. That's way higher quality because Taylor Swift does not scam us, unlike the Rock Jam people who gave me a really flimsy pick.
It must have been a very cheap pick.
It was very flimsy. I could probably rip it with my teeth if I tried.
Wait, did you know that you could technically make a pick out of anything if you had a, like, pick stamper?
Yeah, I mean, I also have a. What is it? It's like the can tab, a soda can tab. That could work as a pick. Oh, crap, I just dropped my real pick. Not into the guitar, but on my floor.
Okay, at least it's not in the guitar this time.
Oh my god, if it was! And then here's a real pick. That's a real pick. Theoretically, I could probably use a pencil.
That probably wouldn't be good for your guitar.
A pencil? Yeah, no. I mean, some people have said that, like, you can make it a violin by using the pencil, but I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Because I tried it and it didn't work!
I used to play the violin when I was in middle school.
I played the violin when I was in 2nd grade and never touched it since because my teacher was the worst teacher I've ever had. No, I take that back. Mr. Sweet's probably one of the worst teachers I've ever had.
That's kind of funny how his name is literally Mr. Sweets, and yet he was of the worst.
Oh my god, he was like scrawny, middle-aged, and he had like long, greasy hair. And then he got on to me about how I was singing off key, and it's like, sir, you look off key. Let's keep our criticisms to ourselves. He was my 5th grade music and choir teacher, and we had like this recorder thing, and I don't know, he just kind of irritated my soul. People irritate my soul very easily.
Yeah, I can tell. No offense.
Based on how much you know about me.
Yeah.
I was totally. Oh, right. Like I said, it's a cheap practice guitar, so some buzzing is expected. But if I ever find my grandfather's guitar, which pray be it be soon, because I'm losing it.
That is so fair. So, Christine Hunt says, you can tune a guitar to the pentatonic scale, the blues scale, the major scale, and the neutral minor scale, alone with various modes.
Huh.
So that's the answer. That was the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was trying to say because like a lot of people tune it differently. I just kind of tune it to A, B, whatever. I'm one of those people where I don't really care as long as it sounds good and I can play it.
Yeah, that's fair. I just feel like if you were to like join a band with the guitar, you'd have to probably tune it a special way.
Yeah, but good news, I don't plan on joining a band anytime soon.
That is so
Well,
fair.
hang on. I lied. I lied. I lied. Because there was someone I was slightly talking to about joining a band, like creating a band together since I play guitar and he plays drums. And then he, like, I don't know. I was kind of like, would I actually want to play with someone? Hell no.
So if you, this is just a question, but if you were to meet up with your uncle again, would you let him teach you more things, or are you too dedicated to being self-taught?
I mean, I'd let him teach me things because I feel like that doesn't really count as not being self taught. I mean, okay, it doesn't really count as being self taught, but like, it's way cooler to say, oh yeah, no, my uncle taught me versus like, oh yeah, no, I went to some private lessons. Like, I would much definitely prefer being taught by my uncle than being taught by a complete stranger. Because I remember one time I was taking vocal lessons and the lady I was taking them from, like, she was not the nicest person, and then, like, I guess she stopped because, like, a family tragedy, but it's like, I never took vocal lessons since.
Yeah,
Now, I am self taught when it comes to singing and partly when it comes to guitar, but, you know.
that is so fair. And there's definitely like more of a value. There's definitely like a different value that it brings if you're self-taught on something versus
Yeah,
if you're taught.
I mean,
um
the app I use for like all of my chords and stuff is called Tabs and Chords. Um, it's definitely easier to be self-taught on there because they show you the finger placements of all the different chords. I've never been one for tabs because it kind of drives me crazy hearing an instrument play what's supposed to be sung. Like, I don't know, it just makes my skin crawl.
that is so fair. So actually, think you'll ever like try out some other genres on the guitar, Christine mentioned, the blues. Have you think you'll ever try to play the blues or other genres other than pop?
I mean, I've learned some country like Zach Bryan, but other than that, I don't think so. Country and pop, I don't know what Cass falls under. Like, I feel like it would be the same as Arctic Monkeys, but they're not really pop because they don't really have very uppy songs. Like, all of their songs are pretty mellow, like songs you could fall asleep to. And that's what I really like about them, you know? Like, I really love their songs. So I don't really know what genre they'd fall under. I guess like alternative pop or something like that. I don't know.
Think you'll ever play rock?
Maybe if I ever got an electric guitar or got my hands on one, because I remember last night my coworker, he was the dishwasher that night. He was listening to some rock and like we both pretended to play air guitars while it was playing and that was pretty fun. So maybe.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me like every different kind of guitar that you know of and how much you want to play it?
Okay. We have acoustic. I really want to play that one. We have classical. I have that one, I think.
Or
I don't
just
know.
oh, sorry, I want to add on. Just explain what kind of
Oh,
guitar it is and what sets it different from anything else. I didn't specify that part.
okay. So, I think I explained this to someone else, but I showed them like a photo of the difference between a classical and an acoustic, and I'm gonna have to pull it up again because I don't remember all of the facts off the top of my head, but I will say I am a little bit of a nerd. Um, it's like the only thing I nerd out about. So
That's fair.
like it's just one of those things, you know, like we all have our hidden little passions, our hidden little what's the word? Special interests. Um oh god, ew. Sorry, I found something random. Okay, so the The difference between a classical, which is what I have, and an acoustic, which is what I have, the fret markers are, or no, that's my grandpa. My grandpa's guitar is an acoustic. The difference is mainly the strings. So, like, just based on what it looks like, acoustic guitars are steel strings, and they're also a little bit thinner. And then classical has like um, a warmer sound, and like it's softer versus the bright and loud acoustic. And then the neck width is different. Like the neck on my guitar is really thick, so it's a classical. Um, the narrower fretboard on an acoustic makes it easier to play bar chords and stuff. Um, yeah, there's some key differences, but just based on the looks, I think mine is a classical, but it's hard for me to tell because I also have steel strings, but it's like it doesn't look anything like an acoustic. I think it's a classical that had steel strings put on, and you're not supposed to do that because the strings on a classical are nylon. So yeah, I think that's why it buzzes so much actually, is because it has the wrong strings on it. But I want to play acoustic more than classical because like I feel like it's such a nice instrument. Like I hear it in a lot of Taylor Swift songs and it's just like so wow. Like just wow. Um so I'm gonna really, what's the term I'm looking for? Like when you really hammer it into someone, like I'm gonna really hammer it into my dad to help me look for that acoustic.
It depends on the context.
Oh, well, I want to say like bat beat, but that doesn't sound right. Like beat him with a bat, but that doesn't sound right.
No, that doesn't. Also,
Like,
Christy Hurt says, so classical acoustic versus newer or not classical acoustic, because acoustic just means not electric, really. I'm just gonna put this, disclaimer on this episode, which is, because of one episode where this dude signed up for the episode before he started his hobby. Due to that, I require, before signing up for the slot, that you've done the specific hobby for at least 6 months. So please keep in mind that Annika is on the newer end of the, people who get on the show to, for their hobby. Anyways,
yeah.
disclaimer over.
So, okay. I know that acoustic really just means not electric. I know that. But, like, there's the official acoustic guitar, and then there's a classical guitar. That's also technically acoustic. Like, the classical guitar is mainly played in mariachi bands, or, like, with classical instruments like clarinet, piano, and stuff. While an acoustic guitar is usually played by itself because it's like really loud and really vibrant versus the warmer, more toned down classical. But
That's
electric
fair
guitar
though.
sounds cool as hell. I want an electric guitar, but my mommy says no.
And it is true, when they say that, you can control the volume on it.
Yeah, I know that they have like, okay, I know what it's called. I know what it's called, but the name of it is slipping my mind. I know what it's called. It's like this thing that you put in the hole of the guitar to tone it down and make it quieter. A muter, but that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Like it's something that you put in the hole of the guitar to make it quieter. I know that they have that. And I know that like, using your fingers versus using a pick makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it over the show as well.
Yeah. I mean, I normally play it with my fingers because that's like kind of the sound of Cass is like muted, calm versus playing like like Taylor Swift, who uses a lot of C chords, like there's a difference like between what I want to play. Like if I want to play a more upbeat pop song like Shake It Off, I'll use my pick. But if I want to play a more mellow song like I'm a Firefighter or Dreaming of You or pretty much any song by Cass, like I'll obviously use my fingers because I don't want to have it be like, you know, totally just like
Unless the bread roll asks you to play, unless the bread roll asks you to play, a, um, a chord or a song on a stream show.
huh?
Unless the bread roll asks you to play a song over a stream show, then you'll use a pick.
Yeah, but I mean, I typically like to keep the sound of the original artist as much as I can. Unless it's the middle of the night and I want to play, then I use my finger regardless. Or if I just want to be annoying, then I'll use a pick regardless. But I try my best not to be too annoying. I just like being annoying.
So that is so fair. Also, Christine, do you seems like you have experience as well with playing a guitar. So do you want to ask a newer guitar player any questions that you might want to ask a guitar player? Because it's kind of rare unless you're talking about animation, but it tends to be like rarer to have like a person that knows the hobby in the chat as well as on air. So yeah, unless we're talking animation, because a good chunk of the batch is animators, because I am an animator and that's how life works. I'm not just I normally I normally don't tend to say anything about like churches or anything on air, but I'm just wanting to ask you, think you'll ever play your guitar at church?
So I don't really go to church as much as I used to, but my church does have a live band, and I've thought about joining because everyone is like, girl, you need to sing more. Like, you need to sing in front of an audience. And it's just like, how about I don't? Like, I really only sing in front of people that I know and trust, like you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you've only heard me sing when I was, like, I don't know, like just not fully there, and I'm just kind of zoning off into the distance.
When you've had some not channel appropriate apple juice, I understand.
I was trying to say it in a way that wasn't obvious, but yes, I think that's the only time you've heard me sing.
Yes, yes.
I promise I'm way better at singing when I am fully present.
Yeah, I feel like we all are.
Yeah. That was definitely a time in my life.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we do not encourage drinking of not channel appropriate apple juice on this stream,
Yeah,
for the
please
record.
don't. It's not worth it. I mean, what? Huh?
And then
I've only had real apple juice. What? What are you
anyways, sorry, I kind of got a little a little off topic.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a-okay, Christine. It's a-okay to give out pointers and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put the disclaimer on it that that she's newer at this, so even though I might ask questions, she might not know the answer to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of research about the different kinds of guitars. Just a lot of it is one of those things where it's like I researched it for one night, and then it just like when I'm put on the spot, it just kind of like, oh, I don't know anything about guitars. Oh, I don't know. Like it's one of those things I've researched it for hours and hours and hours on end, and then it's just like the minute someone asks me, it's just like, huh? What's a guitar? I've never heard of that thing in my life.
Why don't you tell us about your guitar research then?
I mean, mainly what I did because I'm on the weird side of YouTube Shorts where I don't even know how I got on this side, but I see a lot of shorts about people like talking about the different kinds of guitars, and I'm like, huh. So then I wonder what kind of guitar would be easiest for me to play. And then I looked at the different prices and like how it affects like the sound of the guitar, and I guess like a lot of the cheaper, no, sorry, a lot of the more expensive guitars have like a clearer sound and like are easier to play, and like they sound so nice, and it's like I'm stuck with my plastic practice guitar because I don't think I have the self-control to save up for a real guitar,
That
like a
is
guitar.
that is so fair.
Like
Um,
seriously, when I get my paycheck next Friday, I'm already planning on like getting like shirts, not even for work, like just regular old camisole tops because I've become obsessed with them. Um, New eyeliner, new perfume. Like I already have a whole list of things I want to get next Friday, and none of them include the ability to buy a guitar because I have the worst self control of anyone I've ever met in my life.
yeah. If you want to ask me what I do with my money, like I tend to be mostly financially responsible. You can um, ask me, after the show. But since this show isn't about saving money, I'm not gonna waste our valuable showtime on that, unless
That
it
would be
was a random work stream.
that would be such a quote unquote interesting topic of how to save money because like it's like just don't spend it. Well, I mean, spending money makes me happy, so I'm obviously going to spend it because it makes me happy.
Anyways, and then TBH, Christine's like TBH. I saw some nice ones on Facebook Marketplace, fairly inexpensive, nice ones. Have you considered
Well,
someplace like Facebook Marketplace?
well, now that that's been mentioned, I'm pulling it up right now. Oh wait, no, it isn't available to me because I'm under 18. Arg,
Oh yeah.
but I do have a lot. Oh, who tagged me in the post? Oh, I have like a lot of Facebook notifications because I'm never on here anymore.
Yeah, just so you know, as a clarification, I'm willing to put anyone on a show that is above the age of 13.
Yeah. Um, I
And
I
like keep in mind that a stream show is technically like a public phone call, so
oh yeah.
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 Anything I say, anything
Oh,
I say is on the internet. Anyways, continue.
I do have a question for Christine. Is that her
Yes,
name? Yeah. I thought it was Chrissy for some reason.
Christine, yeah.
Yeah. How do you get better at bar chords? Because I swear they're the bane of my existence. It's probably because, again, I have short, small hands, but how do I get better at them? Because I cannot play them for the life of me because they are so buzzy and bad. They're awful, and I
Wait,
hate them.
wait a minute. That reminds me. Can't you get like I know that you might probably get embarrassed if I were to ask this, but I'm gonna ask this anyways. But can't you get like a smaller guitar, like a 3/4 guitar or something?
I mean, maybe, but I, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Cause like when I when I have my guitar, okay, it's like it's like it takes up my entire body. Cause look, guys, okay, I'm 5'2". I hate my height. I wish I was taller, but like
Same here.
it's like hard for me to like find a way to like reach over the guitar so like I have it halfway off my lap instead of where it's supposed to be, because it's like that's the only way I can like reach over. So like most of the time when I play it, I don't even like, oh, well, now I've found a good place to put it, but of course that's while I'm on a tangent and on a rant, but
You can continue.
yeah, but like it just like it's I think wait, how tall is the guitar compared to me? Yeah, it comes up to like right above my hip, like above my mid torso when we're both standing up. And then when I sit down, it's like I don't know, up to my nose, I want to say. So yeah, it's a 3/4 guitar is probably a good idea.
And then, so Christine answered your question, which is practice or buy a capo.
Oh yeah, capos. Those are yeah, but I mean, when I'm playing a song like example K that requires a bar chord but then normal chords, it's just one of those things where it's like how am I going to manage playing a bar chord and then take it off and then play the other chords and then put it back on and then take it off, and it's just a mess.
So yeah, I would personally take my advice, from just
Yeah.
like knowing violins, and just like, I know that it would make
Guitar.
it so that you can't play your grandfather's guitar necessarily, but if you were to get a 3/4 guitar, I feel like you might feel more comfortable.
Oh my god, those actually exist.
Mm-hmm. They're made for mostly
Actually.
children, so
Oh, well, okay. I mean, I am kind of child-sized, so, you know.
yeah.
At
Um,
least your hands are. Like, I think my dad has bigger hands than me, and my mom does. My parents both have bigger hands than me, and it's like, why? Why am I cursed? I'm cursed. I swear. Just praying on my downfall.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like this episode have definitely taught me how how beneficial it can be to have like someone new at the hobby on the show, as well as people who are more experienced, because most generally the people who've hopped on the stream show for their hobbies tends to be like a year or more. Um, which brings me to this next question: how are you planning over the course of over the course of like after this episode to like a year from now? How are you planning to improve your skills?
Well, I'm hoping to be able to transition between chords faster, and I'm also hoping to finally learn how to play bar chords. Guys, that's my main mission now, because like it's kind of annoying. I mean, okay, I can play like this one, that one, but it like it just requires the finger strength that I don't quite have. Um, my neighbor actually said that like a stress ball will help my fingers get stronger to play bar chords. Oh my god, wait, no, I need to borrow his electric guitar and like his bass guitar, because I feel like that'd be so awesome if I had like, cuz like he said when I saw him last month, he was like, if you ever want to come and check out what I got. And it's like, sure. I love my neighbors. Shawnee and Mike, they're really sweet.
That's good.
Um, they're married, and it's like they're literally like my next door grandparents. Like I love them.
Oh, but yeah. So have you considered like going to your neighbor, to like ask him to help you learn how to play the guitar?
I mean, I've thought about it, but do you know the saying how opposites attract?
Yes.
My neighbor, she's really sweet, really bubbly, really social, while her husband is a little bit more of a brood, but he loves people like me who are younger. Like, he has a way with kids, but not so much adults. Like, he has no filter with adults, but, like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like sometimes I get treated like an adult, and I mean, like, they're not too far off, but at the same time, it's like, there are occasions where I'm like, I'm just a kid, come on!
Yeah. Um. But I totally understand the better with children than adults thing.
Oh, I am too. Unless the kid is really annoying like my brothers, or like really mean like my brothers.
Ha ha ha. Of
And
course, you
it's,
only say that because they're your brothers.
yeah, true. I'd say I have a pretty normal relationship with my siblings, you know, throwing stuff at each other, particularly shoes.
Shoes.
Screaming at each other.
And then Christine says that you can get a little handheld exercise slash gripper.
Yeah, that would probably help me. I feel like. For a second, I thought you were gonna say like something you can put on your finger that'll make it longer, and I was about to cry because it's like, yeah, I know I have small fingers. Like, leave me alone.
I wouldn't say that, even if the chat said that.
I know, but it's like, guys, I literally thought you were gonna say a finger extender, and it's like, oh, okay, thanks. I'll definitely look into that.
But yeah, okay, back to my questions. So I'm gonna just ask this as like ask these two next questions as like the fact that playing the guitar is a music-based hobby, which is one, think you'll ever write your own songs
Oh
on
God.
your guitar?
Oh my God. I've tried, and when I tell you, because like here's the thing, I write poems. I love writing poetry. You've seen some of my poems.
Hmm.
I I think you have, right? Have you?
Yes, I have seen like some of them.
Yeah. I like writing. It's one of my other hobbies. I've been doing it for years, and I feel like I only get better with every breakup.
It's too bad. It's too bad that I the last episode on the last episode of the hobby interview show before this one, I interviewed a writer, so I couldn't do that for this episode.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like all of my poems are so depressing because I only write when I'm sad, and
Oh,
so it's one of those things where like I feel like I'd write a pretty decent song, but every time I try, it's weird because I can write poetry, can't write a song to save my life. Like, if someone were to say write a song or like I don't know, lose your bed because I love my bed. It's like either write a song or lose your bed. I guess I'm losing my bed, guys. I'll sleep on the floor. It's fine.
yeah.
I can't write a song. I've tried, and let me tell you, it was.
But to be fair, you don't necessarily need words to write a song.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do play around with like the chords and stuff, and like I think I mean, I've made some pretty good like different pluckings of the strings. Sorry, my brain is just not functioning today.
It's okay.
But like, I don't think I could ever write a song. And I mean, sometimes when I'm listening to a song, I can just automatically just think of what needs to be played in order to play that song. Like Star Shopping, I've completely, like, hang on. Ah, ah. Like, I can do that. I can do it without looking. But this time I did, because, I get a little, I don't know. I can play it so fast that sometimes I mess it up, but, obviously I haven't played that song in a while because Pastry knows who. Um,
Ooh.
but, it's one of those things where it's like, I can figure out a song. You just gotta give me a minute to, like, really listen to it. Like, Apocalypse, I heard the acoustic, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sure I could play that. I looked at the real chords, and it's like, um, no, no. But, I mean, it is one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, I can play by ear now. I just can't play by finger.
Um, I was gonna say I know someone who makes music, but that's the same person as your like pastry knows who. Ah,
No, no, I'm talking about two. No, 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 not that person. No.
sorry.
No, they're not the ones who said that star shopping made them think of me. Or no, that star shopping made them think of me. There we go. That's better.
Okay, but yeah. Let's see. My next question is because one of the things that I tend to do with a lot of my time is audio work, which is think you'll ever like record yourself playing and then record yourself playing something else and then combine them?
Oh my gosh, I love that you asked this question because one of my best friends, his name is Eric and I love him. He's my Shayla. He actually has a recording studio and every time we joke about me going out there to visit him, he's always like, you should record yourself playing in my dad's studio. And it's like, yeah, if I can ever get out there, my mom wouldn't let me, but you know, hey, why not? I'm almost 18. So, you know, like I have definitely played around with the idea. But if I were to record myself playing, I'd probably record myself singing instead of playing a different thing. But I mean, unless if I'm playing Cass, which then I'm probably going to play this, an electric, and a bass. Bass guitars are really cool. They have 4 strings, and I think it's just from there to there, if I remember correctly, or it could be completely different strings. I don't know. But my neighbor has one. 12-string guitars are really cool. I've played around with the idea of buying a 12-string.
How many different how many different like numbers of strings of guitars are there?
I don't know for sure. I have a 6 string. Acoustic, classical, and electric are both 6 strings. Bass guitars are 4 strings. And then there's the 12 string. Now, 12 strings, I love 12 strings. They sound amazing. Would I ever be able to play it? Probably not. Would I probably try to learn and then cry? Probably. But is it cool as an idea? Absolutely.
No offense, but I feel like you would need a half-sized 12-string guitar to fit your hand across the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
Probably.
Christine says songs are just like poems put to music. After you play for a year, you'll figure out the writing.
I mean, I've been writing for 2 years. All of my poems
I
and
think I think she meant like songwriting.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely tried to write a song, but it was so depressing that it's like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. Um. So I'm just curious. So if you were to like interview somebody for playing the guitar, what questions would you have for them, and also answer that question? I tend to ask this whenever I run out of ideas on what to ask, and if I feel like I'm missing anything.
So a question I would have for someone who plays guitar is probably like, what's your favorite chord? My favorite chord, personally, I'd probably say G chord.
Play a G chord for us.
Yes. So that's the traditional G, but whenever I play Cass, it's always that one, like without the ring finger. Ow! Sorry, I popped my neck and it hurt.
Oh, I thought you like accidentally split your finger open again with playing the guitar.
No, I just popped my neck and it showed. It showed that it played through the mic because as I was popping it, I was looking down over at like where my profile photo was, and it showed that it went through the mic, and it's like, damn, was it really that loud?
Yeah. In this
Wait,
was in
did you
this
actually hear?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
The
yeah. My neck is messed up. Thanks to honestly, it's probably me having to carry heavy things at work, but oh well.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who
Um,
cares?
my neck and my back have seen better days, but that's beside the point here.
There's
Oh wait. Have you ever like played while standing up with like a guitar strap?
um I looked at guitar straps. I never bought one, but it totally sounds fun. I remember when I first got this guitar, I had like 10 different guitar straps I wanted. But if I look now, I could probably find a few I like. There was this one. Okay, there was this one. I was totally obsessed with it. Let me see if I can find it again. Guitar straps. Let me see if I can find it again. It had like butterflies on it and it was so cute. I loved it. And of course now I can't find it, but it was so cute and I was obsessed. Oh, I found the one with stars on it that I like, but I can't find the
Ooh.
one with butterflies. I love stars. Like I'm such like a star person and like I just love stars. Stars, do you like them? Please tell me you get the joke. You probably don't.
Huh. Like
It's
the celebrity stars?
no. So one time Taylor Swift was drawing stars. This was back in the I think that this was either Tumblr or MySpace, back when MySpace was a thing. I don't remember my MySpace. I'm not that old, but you know, I she had drawn a bunch of stars and said, "Stars, do you like them?" And then like posted it, and then everyone just was like, "Why do you draw your stars like that?" You know, like kind of just playfully making fun of her.
That's so
And
funny though.
you know, I had the same question because they looked like they were, I don't know, they were cute, but you know, um, I actually referenced that in my history class one year, because I drew a bunch of stars on Mr. Reyes's board, and uh, he had seen all my stars, and he was, I said, "Stars, do you like them?" And he was like, "Yeah, they're stars." He never erased them.
Hello,
Like,
Sci-Fi Nation.
huh?
Um, I'm just saying hi to another batch member who I sometimes hop on his shows. Anyways, feel free to ask my dear friend Annika questions about playing the guitar if you have any questions.
Oh
And
my
then
god, I found it! Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me.
that's so fair. Um, but yeah, let's get back. Let's reel it back in a little bit more and go back to what
I
the
remember
show's about.
talking about. I don't even. Oh, yeah.
Um, but like, what other questions would you ask a guitar player as a guitar player and answer it? Because I am
Oh,
thinking I'm running out of ideas for questions.
you're telling me this.
I
Uh,
tend to do a pretty good job on these hobby interview shows, and then the guests like wait a minute, I just thought of a question. Do you like the faster songs or the slower songs better?
the slower songs, but that's probably just because I'm new too. Like as I was talking about Cass, like all of their songs are pretty slow. Um, like especially the ones I play, like I'm a firefighter, dreaming of you, bubblegum. Um, I think I'm a firefighter is my favorite, but just because it's my favorite to sing. Cause like, okay, I know that this isn't about singing, but there's like this one vocal riff that's like my favorite, and like all my coworkers at work, like whenever I'm cleaning, they'll just hear me randomly sing it, and I just kind of like to think that they're like, oh God, this girl again.
I
they're so,
mean,
they're so done with me.
if you want back on um later on in this season or the next one, depending on where the cooldown lands, we could have you back on for singing.
Absolutely, because I've been singing for years. Like since I was 10, I've been singing, and
Then
I'm telling.
why did you want to play why did you want to sign up for a slot for playing the guitar then?
Because I know more about guitar than I know about singing. All I know about singing is that I can do it. Not any of the notes, not anything else, but like, oh, song, pretty, I'ma sing it. Like that's all I know.
Yeah, that's so fair. But
Like, don't get me wrong, I've been told many times that I'm a good singer. It's just one of those things where it's like I've only had professional lessons once and that shit traumatized me. So I just kind of. I mean, I also get really nervous about singing versus playing guitar, because singing is definitely a lot more personal than guitar because I learned singing um, because I was in a really low point in my life, and so it's just one of those things of like, yeah, meh.
um, but um, all jokes aside, you don't want me to sing in a high pitch right now. You don't want
Yeah,
me to sing in a high pitch right now.
I'm a mezzo, so I can sing in a really high pitch, like the vocal riff I was just talking about, and I'm a firefighter. Like it goes pretty high. Um,
The reason why I make that joke is my voice would break.
yeah, that's so fair. Um, My voice doesn't really break as much anymore, actually. I mean, if I talk or sing too much, I kind of lose it a little bit, but I've been talking my whole life and singing my whole life. It's only recently that I've gotten a little bit quieter when it comes to talking, but when it comes to singing, like, my whole family's like, Annika Lynn, you've been singing for 2 hours, that's enough! And it's like, damn, okay.
Yeah, Sci-Fi Nation says, you sound like you'd have an amazing voice. What is the hardest song? Okay, what is the hardest song you've ever learned on the guitar? Which is, that's a fair question to ask, which I'm kind of embarrassed that I forgot to ask that question. But earlier on, what's the hardest chord was asked, so there's that.
F, 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 without a question, F. I hate F with my whole soul.
The chord or the song?
The chord. Because, like, it's a bar chord, and then you gotta put two other fingers somewhere else. And it's like, no. Because at first, C used to be the bane of my existence, but now that I've got that down, it's like, now F is the bane of my existence, and I'd rather throw my whole guitar in the trash than play it, so I avoid it like the plague.
Oh wait, can you please answer like what's
Oh,
the
right,
hardest
I'm
song?
so sorry.
It's
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Same tangent I went on earlier. I'm so sorry.
It's
Um,
okay.
okay, so the hardest song I've learned to play was probably either Fresh Out the Slammer by Taylor Swift or You Are in Love by Taylor Swift. And like the main problem I have with that is transitioning to the chords because like you play I don't remember what this chord is called, but it's called something, obviously. But it's like you go from that chord to oh no, wait, I played it wrong. Grr. From that chord to then that chord, and it's buzzy with that chord because again, my guitar is pure shit. Excuse my language, but it is.
It's okay to swear once in a while. Where I draw the line is if fuck is every other word or every other sentence.
Which normally it is. I've actually done pretty well with this, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm very
Yes,
surprised.
I'm also very proud of you for that too.
It's like you've heard me talk. That
Yes,
word
I
is
have.
literally every other sentence, at least. So, I'm pretty proud of myself for this. Actually, I've done really well.
Yes, indeed. I think it's the fact that you're in front of my fan base as well.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's making you like wanna actually behave.
I never.
But then again, my base have only really gotten after my a guest once, but that guest kept on talking over me even after I tried to even tried to override me when I was trying to get them to stop talking for a bit. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, there are a few people that I control it around, like my neighbor. It's not that she doesn't like it, like she cusses a storm sometimes, apparently, but it's more just that, like, you know, she's older than me, so I try to have like some respect there. But when it comes to like people I really love, know, and trust, like I'm just unfiltered, unhinged. You can't control me nor contain me.
That is so fair.
Another hardcore to play, in my opinion, is D, because like I think I played that wrong. Yeah, it's just really buzzy on my guitar, so that's fun always.
Sci-fi. Um, sci-fi. I don't tend to swear a lot unless I've had too much, not channel appropriate apple juice.
I
Anyway,
swear, I swear more, honestly, when I. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, my family does that too.
anyways, so my question that I, meant to ask earlier but forgot is, do you think you'll enjoy playing faster songs after you learn how to more comfortably play your guitar?
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, I like a lot of Taylor Swift songs, so I'll probably play a lot of her. Like, trust me, once I get more, like, way more comfortable on guitar, and maybe once I have my grandfather's acoustic, that'll be easier to play. Hang on, I'm sorry. I was talking way too fast, so, like, my body was just like, nope, stop.
It's
And,
okay.
like, you know, like, sometimes when you're talking too long and then, like, your diaphragm just, like, moves and it's like, oh, okay. But, anyways, so, what was I on about? Oh, yeah, right!
Yeah.
once I once I get more comfortable, like way more comfortable, and like once I have my grandfather's guitar that'll supposedly be easier to play, maybe I'll be more comfortable with the fast songs. I don't know. I'll show you. Like you'll know I'm more comfortable with the fast songs when I just randomly send you a video of me playing "Shake It Off" or me. Um, that's how you'll know. That's how you'll know that I can be properly interviewed on guitar instead of just, oh, you've been playing this for 6 months. What do you like about it?
No, the thing that kind of sucks for you is the fact that I only let people get on for a hobby once.
Yeah.
So you should have thought that one through. I don't
Yeah, but I mean, oh well, it's fine.
I don't do redos for people. Also, haha. I platonically love you too, sci-fi. Yeah, him and I are friends. Um
Oh,
he I've been on his show a few times.
well, that's nice.
Anyways, so um yeah, I was asking you about if you're gonna like playing faster songs once you know more of what you're doing. And oh, here's a question that I've have been in the back of my mind, in the back of my mind since the beginning of the show, but I keep on forgetting it. It's more of a joke question, but what do you think of people? What do you think of it when you see people like smashing their guitar for a
Oh
show?
god.
Do you love seeing it, or are you like poor baby guitar?
Okay, it really depends on the context because I feel like if it's like a heavy metal artist who like never uses acoustics, smashing an acoustic, especially if it's an expensive acoustic. I almost said acoustic. But like especially if it's like a really expensive acoustic and like it's they're smashing it on stage, it's like why? Just why? I mean, it doesn't particularly anger me. God. But you know, if it's like someone who plays acoustic and like likes playing and then they smash their guitar out of nowhere, it's like that angers me. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's their guitar, their money. I mean, I don't really have a say in it. I don't really care. It's their property. They're smashing. They're the ones who are going to regret it. So, I mean,
Or not regret it.
see, no, no, no. They regret it because if they don't, then I'm going to cry and wish that I had that guitar in my hands.
Oh yeah. Imagine if your answer was, I get angry because of the poor guitar getting destroyed.
I mean,
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
It does hurt a little bit because it's like I could never imagine doing that to Stacy, even when I get my grandfather's guitar. But also at the same time, it's just one of those things where it's like sometimes I do get mad at my guitar, like earlier when I lost my pick that I still have not gotten out.
No, you dropped that sucker in. You no saying lost at this point.
Okay, fine. When I was dropping my pick in to prove a point, and then I lost it.
There we go. There we go.
It was to prove a point, Maestri.
I'm a Gen X and I've never seen anyone smash an acoustic. Now electrics, that's almost every video lol.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
What?
It came out!
Yeah!
It's out! It's out of the guitar!
Yay!
I've never been happier!
Alrighty, now don't drop it back in, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna drop it back in.
Anyways, we're getting close to the end of the show, so, you don't have any closing channel announcements because you don't have a channel.
Oh, man.
Unless being on this, show inspired you to make your own YouTube.
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm way too scared to because of all of the negativity online. Like, that's also why I don't have anything but YouTube because it's like there's so much negativity and I'm just tired of it. And like, I don't want to be a victim to it myself. So, yeah, no.
Trust me. I've had plenty of, people for multiple different reasons, hate my channel. And I still make things for the most part. And if I were to ever stop, making things, it would just probably be due to being too busy or if I got, like, extremely burned out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of the reasons of why I haven't been working on any, like, storytime animations. Also, the world being rough right now is why I haven't been working on any storytime animations. But, my main announcement is, I know I said this yesterday, but, I'm going to... I know most people have already seen the community tab post at this point, but I just still want to verbally say it. Let's see. Does it start next week or the week after? I'll have to check. Pretty soon, the Wednesday show is going to be a Tuesday show instead. So, or next week it's still going to be on Wednesday because that guest can't make it on Tuesday. And then Sci-Fi Nation's like understandable, but you gotta do what you gotta do and not care what haters think, and it makes YouTube a lot more enjoyable that way. 100%. 100%. Cause like I will make fun of any hate comment until the cows come home.
I mean, see, that's my thing is that like I get so much hate in person because like a lot of people think I'm annoying. So like, you know, a lot of people already hate me and I don't have the thickest skin ever because I'm a pathological people pleaser. Taylor Swift 2024. Or no, it was 2023. Anyways. So yeah, you know, it's like I don't have the thickest skin because I like making people happy. So it's like if I were to get a hate comment, I probably would delete my whole channel. Actually, that did happen to me. I got one hate on my public TikTok profile and completely deleted it.
Yeah. Anyways, you sound like fun to me actually. Yeah. Anyways, so since you don't, let's see here. I'm gonna try my hardest to get back to working on videos between like my two different jobs right now, quote unquote jobs right now. And school and just crazy stuff going on. But please note that I'm still gonna do the show. mostly just one to keep the channel alive, and two, it's like I always enjoy doing the shows, and yeah. Anyways, since you don't have a channel, you don't have an outro.
Hey,
And
who said I didn't have an outro?
fine, if you have an outro, say it.
No, I don't. That it's like
Well,
no, like, guys, guys. I can say goodbye if I want to. Like,
but the goodbye is after the outro.
oh, well then, good. Have a good day, my pookies.
I hate that word so much, but that's beside the point here. Anyways, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come. Bye.